Hello, welcome back to my channel. I've just sat down to eat and I thought I'll film a video while I eat because I keep on like waiting for big bits of free time before I film a video, and big bits of free time don't come along that often. So I've decided to start like filming while I'm doing stuff. Currently I am eating. This is my dinner. This is just white rice, mung beans, aubergine or eggplant if you're American, tofu, and then I only had a bit of tofu left, so I also put in some tofurkey. So there's a bit of seitan in there as well. So I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna answer some questions that I found in a minimalist tag. So I understand that with tags, the name implies that you should be tagged in it. No one's tagged me in anything, but I'm just taking it upon myself to answer these questions because they were quite interesting, and I don't even know what I'm going to say yet because I'm a bit of a planner. I like to plan my videos, but you know, here I am, middle of eating my dinner, and I haven't even planned what I'm going to say. So we'll just have to say what comes out of my face. So dinner goes in the face, and answers come out the face. I'm going to be editing out a lot of chewing in this video. I can already sense it. The trick to making food delicious is smoked paprika and soy sauce. In case anyone's wondering what my secret is. I know you can't taste it, so you don't know what if any secret is involved, but there was, and it's smoked paprika and soy sauce. Anyway, on to the minimalist tag. The first question is, what drew you to minimalism? What drew me to minimalism? What a good question. The thing that drew me to minimalism, I guess, I kind of got here through veganism, and it was the appeal of intentional living and the control that intentional living made me feel. So I went from feeling like I was just sort of drifting on the waves of life, and then all of a sudden I'm kind of making informed choices and feeling like I'm actually contributing to the world around me rather than just living in it, I guess. That's what drew me to it. The thing that introduced me to it was through YouTube, really. Through getting rid of my TV and then just using YouTube as my entertainment. I found some amazing people. The whole lifestyle just seemed a lot more free and like about the important things, about experiences and about love and relationships and everything that, you know, makes you happy, like truly happy, not just sort of superficially happy, not just happy for a bit, but things that, you know, give your life depth. Minimalism seemed to me to be about those things, and that had a great appeal for me, particularly at a time where I was sort of quite lost. I didn't really know what was going on or who I was or what I was doing. That's what drew me in anyway, just this idea of simplicity and freedom. How did you start the decluttering process? Well, I went all in, guns blazing, just throwing things out. I mean, I had so much stuff that it was quite easy for me to do that, really. Oh, in fact, no, I'll tell you what I did. I haven't thought about this in a while, actually. One of the things that I did was I went into, so I had this room that was essentially like my junk room, and I'm very embarrassed that I had a junk room, but it was just, you know, my things didn't have anywhere to live. They didn't have a space in the house, so there was just this one room, and then things were all over the floor. And I kept buying like boxes and bits of furniture to keep them in, but then they never made their way back in there because I used to just like jam the things full. So, you know, if you want to go get one thing, then everything else will come out. And then anyway, I went into the room, and rather than thinking about the things that I didn't need, I started thinking about the things that I truly wouldn't want to see go. The things that I genuinely valued, and the things which I felt I would genuinely be losing something if I got rid of it. Because the thing with decluttering is that the whole concept sounds like you're gonna have less. Like, it's all about less, and you know, you're gonna own less, and there's just this idea of lack, I guess. But when you actually start it, you realize that you're gaining so much, and every single thing that you get rid of, you gain something. You gain the ability to make decisions well, to see things for what they truly are, to understand what the true value of things is. You know, there's just so many things that you start to develop as you declutter. And so I remember going into the room and being like, okay, this, and this, these are things that I need, and I would be genuinely, you know, really, really sad to see go. And I took those out, and there was only a few items, just a few items of clothing that I really loved, and maybe a few like books and that kind of thing. I just put them elsewhere, and then I went back into the room, and because everything, because most of the things in that room hadn't passed the first stage of the decluttering process. I knew that, you know, I didn't passionately love or need any of those things in that room. Everything then I knew I could live without. It's just a case of whether I wanted to, really. So that was the main way that I went into it. But yeah, I was like bin bag after bin bag after bin bag, just over the course of a few days. There were only a couple of times that I actually struggled in the decluttering process. I really enjoyed it, to the point where I'm really happy being a minimalist, but oh, I would love to do it all again. I would love to have so much crap that I would just have to go through, just because I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, that was good. Oh, I'm such a good cook. The third question is, have you ever counted all your things? And if so, how many things do you own? I've not counted all my things, so I don't know how many things I own, but I think in the same way as you shouldn't hold your identity in your possessions, you also shouldn't hold your identity in your lack of possessions. And I think if you are bothered about how many things you actually own, then I think you're probably defining a part of yourself in that number, would be my, I mean, obviously it's not, I'm not saying that's the same for everyone, but I know that if I did that, if I said, you know, I'm only allowed 100 things, then I want to be the person who only has 100 things. You know, I'm trying to define myself in my lack of belongings, rather than, which is equally as problematic as defining yourself with your possessions. So yeah, I don't think that's important at all. The fourth question is, what are your tips for dealing with the desire for more? Okay, so this is the one when I was reading through, this is the one that I was excited about answering. So dealing with the desire for more is, like, I like it. I really like feeling that desire for more, or desire for a particular object, because I know that that is going to teach me something about where I currently am in my life. It's about viewing your desires and your emotions as symptoms of, you know, what's going on inside, because especially in this busy world, you don't really get that much time to actually properly reflect. So for example, if I decide that I really want a dress, I don't want a dress currently, but say I wanted a dress, then I would say that quite possibly, and not necessarily, and this definitely isn't the same for everybody, but certainly for me, that I'm probably feeling a little insecure would be my first thought, because back in the day, back in the pre-minimalism days, I viewed clothes as a way to improve myself. Even though, you know, just how you dress yourself up is not self-improvement at all, I would see the purchase of a new dress and improving the way I look as sort of the same thing, like an easy way to improve the way you look. So I would say that if I wanted a dress, then I'm probably feeling a little insecure. Currently, actually, one of the things that I really want, and I've only decided this in the past 2 days, so obviously I'm not going to buy it because I haven't given myself enough time, and it's expensive, so I don't think I'm ever going to get it. But I really, really wanted a Roland sampling pad. Like, really, really, really wanted it. And the reason for that is because I have a gig coming up and I'm worried about it. And so I have this, as we are taught with a lot of adverts out there, that, you know, if you make a purchase, then the problems sort of are fixed with the purchase. So I'm worried about this gig that I have coming up, so I think, okay, if I buy this new bit of kit, then everything will just go so much better. And it's not the case at all. So I'm having to kind of really have words with myself, and I understand that the problem is that I am worried about a gig that's coming up, and so that's the issue that needs dealing with. Buying something is not going to deal with that issue. And do you have any guilty pleasures where minimalism doesn't apply? I don't have guilty pleasures as such, but I do have a couple of areas where I'm not very minimalist, and the first one is, it's only a recent thing, but it's skincare. I tried minimalist skincare for a long time. I've tried lots and lots of different things, and I kept breaking out and I kept on having spots, and when I have bad skin, it really, really gets me down. I ended up just going to the Body Shop, and this is after they'd been sold and so are now cruelty free. I had a long list of all of the vegan products, and I went in with my list, and I was just like, okay, I need this, this, and this, and this, because I was just so sick. I was just so sick of having spots. Like, it was my forehead would get really, really spotty, and I was just bored of it. I was just sick. I went to the Body Shop and bought like a cleanser and makeup remover, and what's the other one that's a bit like a cleanser? Oh, toner. Now, to tell you the truth, I don't know what a cleanser is. I don't know what a toner does. I don't know what they are. But that was very much almost like an impulse buy, but it was like an impulse shopping trip. Because I sort of woke up and was like, I'm sick of my skin, and then I went out to the shops and I bought loads of things. But now, I mean, it works. This is the thing, my skin is nice, everything's good now. And the other thing that I could definitely better with is things for my cats. One of my cats, Bibs, is very minimalist. She has her toilets and she has her food bowl. Bibs really likes like crumpled receipts. She'll play with crumpled receipts and she has a lovely time with those. But Arwen has like her ball toy thing, you know, where you like put the paws in and like throw the balls around. She's got like a big tunnel which she loves, and she's got loads of dangly things on sticks. And you may recall a few videos ago me saying that I think that we need to downsize, and one of the reasons that we need to downsize is because we have a dining room that we very rarely use, and it's not a dining room because we don't even call it a dining room anymore. We call it Arwen's bedroom, because it's got all of Arwen's toys in, it's got Arwen's bed in and all of Arwen's climbing furniture. So we have a cat bedroom in our house, which is very unnecessary. So yeah, skincare and cat things, they're the two things that I think I could definitely be better with. But the thing is, Arwen genuinely uses them, Arwen loves them, so I feel a bit bad taking them away from her. And plus, she only owns like 7 things, so it's not as if she's going absolutely crazy. But I do like buying things for my cats, which I think is a symptom of me trying to express love, because my cats don't like me showing love to them like I would to a human. So you know, I can probably get a good like 3.5 seconds of a cuddle in, and we're like a cheeky kiss as they're flying past my face. But I think that maybe buying things is a way that I feel I can show love to my cats, probably. I think that's probably what it's rooted in. So thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much if you have already subscribed, and feel free to follow me on my Instagram, and I will see you in my next video. And I'm not going to tag anyone in this minimalist tag because I wasn't tagged in anything, so I don't really feel I have the right to tag people. But if you would like to do this, please let me know, because I'd like to hear your answers to these questions also. So I will see you in my next video. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.